Winds of Love, Chapter 2. Hey! The bold male voice assured her that she was still alive. Sorry to bother you, but you should not be here alone. That too at this time. It's very risky, you see? The voice continued. She was never in life so happy to hear a voice of a man. Usually, she hated it, as she thought they were always and only interested in flirting with her, considering her beauty. I lost my way. Oh, don't worry. Come this way. He turned to the side. She had not tried thinking it would lead her to heaven. He walked a few steps and she followed. But suddenly he stopped. Surprised was she. What was his intention? A young girl lost alone and a stranger with a strong build, a dangerous combination. He turned to her and she stepped back a little. Would you mind if I take your picture? He was carrying a camera she could only dream of buying, with a huge white lens with 5 black and white stripes. She didn't know what to say. Not that she was thinking about what he just asked, but she was amazed looking at the beautiful camera. It definitely suited his personality, and it showed he must be rich. And the confidence with which he posed to photograph, he was definitely a photographer, she concluded. It's okay if you don't feel comfortable, as he moved on. Wait, she couldn't miss the opportunity to get photographed by a man who looks like the dream man of every girl. Though she believed one should care more about nature than looks, but she couldn't help to notice the dying looks he had. It's okay, you can take a picture, she said, her lips still shivering. The camera soon covered his face, leaving on his left eye, which had a blue pupil. Lovely, she thought, just like an old age English novel. He asked her to put her hands down and look on one side, keep her hair on other, and look down. Show. She was curious and he came to her, displaying her the picture. The fog had spread by now, thinned, and now his face was clearly visible. He was very close and she was definitely right about the dream man concept. Not just the man, but the photograph he took was amazingly good. A girl walking in the middle of the fog with a red top, her face faintly visible, but enough to understand that it is of a lady who is worn out, tired, and helpless. Even a girl in such a bad condition can look so beautiful in the middle of fog, as if it just appeared from kingdom of heaven. Ooh, I look like a fairy. She was amazed. Yes, you do, he said almost immediately, looking at her, smiled. She looked up to only get hypnotized by his dimple that added to the already traumatized girl wonder. The twinkle in his eyes cheated her to think that he liked her, but in reality there was no spark. He looked at her just the way he would look at any other girl. I'm not a professional photographer, but I like to click. Thanks for... You are not a professional? She was surprised. The fineness, clarity, and the beauty of this capture could not allow her to believe that he was not a professional. Or maybe she was not enough educated to differentiate between a work of a professional and an amateur. He didn't reply but only gave a brief smile and moved ahead, followed by the lady of his picture. She walked behind him till they reached a bus, which was standing alone with no passengers. This bus will go to Mumbai, he told her, and asked her to enter. Thanks. She entered inside, but soon remembering the photograph that he had taken, she turned back to the door. But by the time she had come back to him, he was gone. He was gone with his camera and her photograph. She was surprised and got down to look for him. But instead of him, she saw other passengers of the bus. She was furious and didn't appreciate his sudden disappearance. But she could not even ask anyone about him, as she forgot to ask his name. She felt disgusted and upset at the same time. But ignoring her own feelings, which were not necessary at that time, she went to the driver to ask him if he could allow her on the bus. He told her that one front seat was not occupied and she can travel. She took a breath of relief. End of chapter 2. For giving feedback, you can mail me at pooja.y.dubey@gmail.com. Thank you.